Hello, my wonderful students, and a very warm welcome to Best English Podcast. It's your friend Sarah, and I am so genuinely happy to be here with you today. I know how much courage it takes to learn a new language, and I'm so proud of you for taking this time for yourself. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel your heart start to beat faster when you need to speak English? Maybe your mind goes blank, or you worry so much about making a mistake that you decide it's safer to just stay quiet. If that feeling is familiar, please know you are not alone. That frustration is a sign that you care deeply about improving, and today we are going to channel that energy into a real breakthrough. This episode is your comprehensive guide. We are going to move step by step through practical strategies, mindset shifts, and physical exercises designed to unlock the confident English speaker I know is inside you. This is a complete workshop, so get comfortable and let's begin. To solve a problem, we first need to understand it. That nervous feeling isn't a sign that your English is bad. It's actually a very common reaction rooted in two main ideas. The first is what I call the perfectionism monster. This is the voice in your head that insists every sentence must be 100% grammatically perfect, with perfect vocabulary and a perfect accent. That voice is not your friend. It's a dream killer because it paralyzes you into silence, fearing that anything less than perfect is a failure. The second idea is the speed illusion. You watch movies or listen to native speakers and it feels like the conversation is a speeding train. You believe you don't have time to think, so you panic. But here's the truth. Natural conversation is full of small pauses, ums, ahs, and moments of thought. We are going to learn to use that natural rhythm to your advantage, rather than letting it intimidate you. So, how do we silence that perfectionism monster? We adopt a new mindset, which I call the 80% rule. This rule is simple but life-changing. If your sentence is 80% correct, say it. Do not wait for 100%. Let's think about this deeply. The primary goal of language is communication, not perfection. When you say, "I go to the store yesterday," is the grammar perfect? Number. But is the message received? Absolutely. Your listener understands the action, the subject, the place, and the time. Communication is successful. Holding yourself back until you can formulate a flawless sentence is like a chef refusing to serve a delicious meal because one single garnish is missing. The people are hungry. They want the food. Your conversation partners want to hear you and your ideas. Giving yourself permission to be good enough is the most liberating step towards confidence you can take. Now that we've freed our minds from perfectionism, let's equip you with a practical tool for those moments when you need to think. I call these power phrases. These are simple, conversational phrases that serve one brilliant purpose. They buy you time gracefully. Instead of an awkward silence, you can use a phrase that makes you sound thoughtful and engaged. My top 3 are, "That's a great question." Well, to be honest, and the magical, "It's on the tip of my tongue." This last one is especially powerful because it instantly explains your pause and invites the other person to help you, turning a moment of struggle into a collaborative, friendly interaction. This next strategy is one that many learners overlook, but it's incredibly effective. Think about it. Athletes never start a game cold. They warm up. As speakers of English, we should do the same. I call this the pre-game warm-up. Here's how it works. For just 5 minutes before you know you'll need to speak English, whether for a meeting, a social event, or even a phone call, you warm up your English muscle. How? By talking to yourself out loud in English. Describe what you're seeing out the window. Talk about what you're cooking for dinner. Narrate your thoughts. This isn't about being interesting. It's about physically moving your mouth and vocal cords and switching your brain's language setting from your native tongue to English. When you start the actual conversation, you'll already be in the flow, and that initial shock of switching languages will be gone. Let's put the 80% rule into practice right now. This is our safe space to speak. I'm going to say some sentences that are about 80% correct. They communicate the idea perfectly, even with small mistakes. I want you to repeat them after me with confidence. Ready? I watched a very interesting documentary yesterday. She is agree with the new plan. We need to more carefully about this. Wonderful. You communicated the core message every single time. That is what truly matters. Celebrate that. Now, let's weave those power phrases into a realistic dialogue. I'll play both parts, and you'll repeat the part that uses our strategies. What did you think of the presentation? That's a great question. Well, to be honest, I thought the data in the middle was very surprising. Yeah. Who was that expert he mentioned? Oh, his name is... It's on the tip of my tongue. I believe it's Dr. Evans. Can you feel how those phrases give you control over the pace of the conversation? You are guiding it, rather than it controlling you. Confidence isn't just about the words coming out of your mouth. It's also about what your body is saying. When you feel nervous, your body tends to close up. We can reverse that. By changing your body language, you can actually trick your brain into feeling more confident. Try this. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. Smiling releases chemicals in your brain that reduce stress. Make gentle eye contact. It shows you are engaged. And stand or sit up straight. Pull your shoulders back. This power posture signals to your own nervous system that you are strong and capable. Your body talks, so make sure it's saying, I am confident and happy to be here. We need to have a serious talk about mistakes. Right now, you might see a mistake as a failure, a sign that you are not good enough. I want you to see it differently from this moment on. A mistake is not a failure. A mistake is a learning milestone. Every time you make a mistake and become aware of it, you have just received a direct, personal, and incredibly valuable piece of feedback. You have identified the exact spot where you can grow. That is a gift. It's like a signpost on your learning journey saying, improve here. When you embrace mistakes as milestones, you take away their power to frighten you. You start to see them as proof that you are moving forward. All of these strategies work best when they become habits. So I want to give you one simple 5-minute daily habit that will build your confidence muscle every single day. It's called the Mirror Minute. Once a day, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and speak in English for 1 full minute. You can talk about your day, your dreams, what you see in the room, anything. It might feel strange at first, but you are practicing speaking under the gentle pressure of your own gaze. You are getting comfortable hearing your own voice in English. This daily practice builds a foundation of confidence that you can rely on in any social situation. And there we have it, a complete path forward. We started by understanding the mental blocks of perfectionism and the speed illusion. We adopted the liberating 80% rule and filled our toolkit with power phrases. We learned the importance of a pre-game warm-up and confident body language. We reframed mistakes as milestones, and we committed to a tiny, daily habit to build unshakable confidence. You have a unique perspective, a unique voice, and so much to offer the world through your English. Do not let the fear of a small human mistake keep your wonderful ideas locked inside. The world is truly waiting to hear what you have to say. I would love to know which of these strategies resonates most with you. Tell me in the comments, is it the 80% rule, the power phrases, or the pre-game warm-up? I read every single one. If you have a friend who struggles with speaking confidence, please share this episode with them. Let's build a supportive community where we all grow together. If this workshop was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Best English Podcast and hit the bell so you don't miss our next lesson. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your courage. Keep practicing. Be kind to yourself on this journey. And remember, every word you speak is a step forward. You are doing great. Happy learning.